Alright, so we all know player 1 plays Diddy Kong. He's been kind of going around the character list, but made a circle right back to Diddy Kong. Okay. Alright. Alright. Here is game 1 starting on Smashville, and player 3 playing Cloud. Player 1 with Diddy Kong. This matchup is pretty interesting. Other than button check, yeah. Yeah, so the hand warmers right now because I don't think any of these players have played a match today at all. So I swear. Yeah. Wait, is the same team? Is it an Asus or is it input laggy? If you're asking questions, it probably is. Yeah. Well, this is not my setup. It's not my setup. If I mean. Alright, so they're going to start. It's player 1 against player 3's Cloud. And this matchup is kind of interesting because Diddy may be able to gimp, but Cloud has a lot of kill power. And he can kill Diddy really early and can maybe be able to gimp him with Nair or Dare and still be safe. So it's a good dash attack. Pretty interesting Z drop from player 3. Using that banana to help him combo. Kind of interesting to see a player use an item that's not really their item. Cloud with limit charge and Diddy catches a banana. Throw. That was an interesting up B. Player 1 goes for the down air, does not connect, he overshot it. Great in air. Oh wow, that gets the kick. I didn't think that would hit. Good up airs. Oh, he did have that. He did get the connect, but it isn't. Unfortunately, Diddy's throw does have 2 side kill throws at higher percents, so player 1 takes the first stock. Player 1 building some extra credit. Interesting up B on stage, but still that move does not have any knockback at all. It's just good for stage. Gets the up air and only 28% extra credit for player 1. Player 1 always trying to have a banana out at all times if he can. But nice way to kill the banana, just use the up air to get rid of it so you don't have that trap on the field. I don't know. I saw there was a second one. He still has a limit up B, but it was a good job from player 1 to just keep him zoned out and get rid of that limit. Cut right through the peanut, but this is not looking very good for player 3. Oh! That was so close. The upbeat does not kill Diddy first. I thought it would.
Can we talk to someone about switching the TV out?
Yeah. I don't mind if you guys want my setup, so. But where's T-Rex? T-Rex. We have a concern.
No, it wasn't. There was no way it was going to. Did you use the Not at 28 from like this match. Like maybe if I had sweet spot on the ledge.
I knew needed to.
Yeah.
First, second match, when I had like attention, they got instead.
So we are switching TVs right now. We have Asus, which is Evo. Oh, we can't do it on stream? We can't do it on. It's Fatality and Limbs, right?
No, it's things inside here.
Oh wow! Yeah, I'll play. It's the middle of their match, but I'll play.
It'll be recorded anyway.
Alright, and so we're joining you here on the Mike Mick commentary because Gotham's just hopped off. Looks like we're getting to game 2 here of player 1 versus player 3. Actually, pretty even game so far. Ooh, that finishing touch. I guess he was expecting player 1 to go for a jump there. Did not go for it. That's going to be wasted limit. He's probably going to want that for a recovery or something. So far, so good, though. Town and City, interesting choice. I don't know how I feel about taking Diddy to this stage. Sure, Cloud has the up air. There's only one mic. I know. Yeah, I was saying before, like, interesting choice as far as Town and City goes, because I know Diddy Kong has the up air, and this, isn't a bad stage for Diddy, nor is it a bad stage for Cloud, just simply because he has the up air pressure, and he can kill even early off the top with finishing touch. Got the limit on deck. Oh, and unfortunately the banana caught his cross slash. I'm assuming he went for a cross slash there, and he just tripped over it, and so he doesn't get it out for it. Oh, we got the sidestep. If he went for a forward smash, and just sent him down, and unfortunately, it's going to be the first start drop there. Actually, really clever by player 1 there to go and close out the stock that way. Down tilt slides under so much stuff. That's actually a really good move with Cloud. You can actually slide under a lot of things. I've noticed. Certain projectiles. Maybe some smash attacks. Got a back air. Player 3 racking up the percent right now. Gonna close out that first stock.
Who won game 1?
Player 1. And limit break on deck. Probably looking to hold onto this limit break. I think we're probably going to be looking for a finishing touch or something of that nature here. Just because of the percent deficit so big. And he can, as he holds onto it, player 1 has to respect that. And that's going to be key here. He has to be afraid of that limit break. And move is stupid. I mean, Cloud, I know. This move is dumb. And player 1 taking that down tilt. And he's gonna unfortunately have to use the B that he was holding on to there. Not gonna be able to use it for anything else. Got the up air. Good pressure there coming from player 3. Still not quite out yet. Diddy Kong pretty much almost at kill percent from a forward smash. If he gets a hard read or he gets up air from too high up, that will close out the stock, especially with all that rage on Cloud. And he's definitely trying to take his time to get that limit charged up there. He's doing a good job out. Ooh, Dare putting out like player 1 in a disadvantaged position. Ooh, and uses banana against him. Oh, and he goes for the finishing touch. Does not get it. It's gonna whip again. Back airs, and player 3 still clinging on. And the banana into up smash is going to close it out. That's going to be 2-0 for player 1. I was looking for the icon. I couldn't even find it, bro. I was like, yeah, it's on here somewhere.
I had to make them all smaller.
I'm heartbroken right now that I have to solo commentary. I'm super heartbroken.
I wish this had more audio and input jacks, and that's
Yeah.
the only problem with it.
Yeah, I heard the tower couldn't handle it or something like that. TR told me. Alright, so here we go. Coming up next, we have Noble Soul versus Fatality, which I'm actually very hyped to see this match. Yeah, I gotta see what player slots they can lock into, because people always play with my emotions with that.
Alright, he's just gonna work on changing the name to the Alright.
Yeah, this is going to be a really good match. Obviously, we saw Soul just a little while ago taking a set off of Rango, and that was a pretty interesting game. Unfortunately, I couldn't watch all of it as I was helping Day warm up for his singles match. So it looks like we can 2 out of 3 as far as I know. Oh, 3 out of 5? All top 8 best of 5. Okay, so there you go. See, I'm wrong. I'm the wrong guy to ask, apparently.
So it's what we did yesterday. Got it.
They're doing it that way since we have all day, so why not?
Oop. Alright, and they're going to strike first. It's a Fatality, sticking with Captain Falcon. I know there's a little bit of history with these two in money matches in the past. Right now, Fatality leading in the money matches. But it's gone to game 5 every time. Soul looking very confident, told me earlier. He's looking to get first place. He's shooting for nothing less than first here, and that's the correct mentality. And game 1 going right onto FD. I think the stage works out very well for Mac. Good use of the up tilt there. I'm surprised that even reached. Lil Mac's up tilt very good. And that's a lot of what Soul is using to control this match. Actually, just to defend himself from Fatality trying to dash in somewhere is that up tilt. That's very smart usage. I gotta respect that move. All right, now Soul with a pretty dominating lead so far in the first half of the game. Force match coming out there, not gonna close out the stock. Still too early, and he dared it. Oh my God, I have never seen that with Little Mac. I wish there was. No, there's only one dude. Like, it's crazy, but that was a very convincing first stock there. Up and KO punch on deck, and so Fatality's gonna have to respect that. Oh, and up tilt into the KO punch and to close out the first game. That was less than a minute. That was 53 seconds. Oh my goodness, a very convincing game 1 from Soul. It's very convincing. And so now we're going to look for counter pick to Dreamland. Very smart counter pick here, I think. Definitely going to give Little Mac a hard time, especially with Wispy, I would think. I don't know, but we're going to see what kind of technology that Soul has to deal with Fatality's counter pick. Again, this up tilt being sort of like the bane of like Fatality's approach right now. That is a good move. I feel like you should just throw that out, and it seems relatively safe too. So it seems Little Mac, for any aspiring Macs out there, because I don't see that move used often. Soul just doing a good job of controlling center stage. Oh, we got the combos. KO punch on deck. Fatality, and misses the up B there, trying to get rid of Souls. And down smash going to close out the first stock. KO punch on deck. We already saw Fatality die from an up tilt confirm at, I think it was 56%. He was dead. And Dreamland with an even lower ceiling. Gentleman putting Soul off the stage there. Up B and they recover. You know, for a character that has somewhat of a poor recovery, and very predictable recovery for that matter. Soul making it look like it's not much of a weakness. Backer coming out there. Oh, and that dare coming out there from Fatality. I don't think there's much coming. There's much hope there, especially with Wispy blowing him away. And got a forward smash coming out there. Down tilt into up B. We got the slick little mat combos right now. Oh, tried to catch Fatality rolling. Doesn't roll. Fatality with the air dodge there so he doesn't get caught in the up B, because that could have been the stock. That move actually does have some KO power, especially on the stage with the lowest ceiling as Dreamland. 130% on Fatality right now. He's gonna have to close out this stock pretty quick right now. He's already at KO percent. Like a tilt could almost kill at this range. Not doing it. Soul setting up for the edge guard. Doesn't get the down smash edge guard. Up tilt. And that was very clean how he crossed him up with his forward smash when he dashed around and crossed him with the forward smash. Fatality can get the punch. Down tilt into up B again. Is going to close out the game too. Solid stuff from Soul here. This is making to be a very good run. Fatality is going to have to win 3 in a row now in order to be able to close out this. He has to win 3 in a row to close out this set. And even if he wins this game, it's going to be Soul's counter pick. And so we're looking for. I'm excited. I'm excited to see what's going to be here. The adjustment's going to be made. And here we go. Battlefield as the counter pick. A lower ceiling here. Probably I think the next best bet to go here. A lower ceiling, and right now Soul all over here. Doesn't even care about the platform. 70%, 76% already on Fatality. %, and Soul has yet to take a hit. Oh, had the right read, wrong timing there. If he charged up that forward smash a little bit longer, would have closed it out. And now Soul has to figure out how to land. Oh, and he upbeat, and then the unfortunate Falcon punch, and then another down tilt upbeat, gonna close out another stock. And pushing, and so right now Fatality's got a far comeback to work with. It's going to be real. Down tilt. KO punch on deck. Oh, and the wind box pushing Fatality away. I don't know. I think he was going for the confirm there and not necessarily to push him away, but it still covered safely Soul for to get back on the stage, which is really good stuff. I don't know if that's intentional or not, but I'm going to give him the benefit of the doubt here and say that he planned that, and that's how he worked it out. That was a 50-50 for him. And another, and Fatality closing out the stock. And 66% on Fatality. Soul looking really dominant right now. And even like I've never seen a Little Mac willingly jump inside the air. It's the only Little Mac in the world. And Fatality getting it back, got the soft knee hit, jabbed him off. I don't think Soul has a jump, and that's going to close out game 3. And so Fatality's looking to bring it back. And we got of course, here in Georgia, you hear the Georgia boys chants in the back, or you may have heard it. There's some clapping there. Going to Town and City. All right. Definitely a very smart counter pick, I think, here for Soul. And so here we go, getting into it. Game 4. Let's see how it goes. And Fatality looking off. Like, this is the most dominant I've seen him start out in his matches against Soul so far. And closing out the first stock very convincingly. 0%, 0 def. Great stuff there from Fatality, making the adjustments. Let's see if Soul has an answer for it. Fatality doing a good job of controlling the stage. Oh, and the closing out quick. That was a solid play from Fatality there. Game took less than a minute. And here we go. Game 5.
Actually, I'd be okay with that. Yes.
I don't know if you guys can overhear that conversation, but he was like, it'll be the final test. Anyways, getting into it, Game 5 here. Soul versus Fatality, which has been a really good set. And here we go, it's been Game 5 every single time Soul has told me, so let's see if this will be the time he finally beats Fatality out. And we got the up tilts onto the side B, a solid 40% there. Fatality entering back with some combos of his own. Good forward smash there from, falling up air. And this is dead even game here. This is what you expect to see in Game 5 against two, masters of their characters. Soul whipping the smash attack. Looks like he really wants to hold on to that KO punch of the last stock, and that's completely understandable. Oh, and the back air closing out the first stock there. Read the sidestep, quick punish with the back air. Good stuff from Fatality. Forward smash pushing Fatality off the stage there. Let's see. Oh, and good mix up there of his recovery. Oh, Fatality off stage again. Apparently double's getting pretty tough here. And this is really close here. Soul looking to close out this stock as quickly as possible. Another dash attack, and that's going to close it out. 46%. Not too far of a deficit to come back from. Oh, Fatality going for the knee setup. KO punch KO punch is on deck. Oh, dodges the knee. That was super close there. Down tilt, and he got and he got the KO punch. And Soul is going to take it. That down tilt confirmed. Great set to watch there. We're probably going to be, K's off, the people's champ right there. That was great stuff there from both players. Both of these players still in tournament. Obviously, Soul advancing in winner's side, and Fatality will be knocked now into losers. And so I don't know who we have on deck for stream next, but that was pretty tense. That was a tense set. That was a good game to watch. I'm Aurora, by the way. For those of you that don't know me, I'll be your solo commentator since we had some technical difficulties with audio here at Kings of the South 2. You missed a really good fight. The down tilt confirmed. Alright. And so now we're just waiting for our next match on stream, who I have no idea who we're going to be waiting for. And Little Mac, who's currently rated in G tier right now too, actually. I think Soul, obviously the only Mac that places well, I believe. And look, we have Scat coming up. I don't know. I think Scat will be playing Saj. You're playing Saj, right? Yeah. Okay, so we're gonna have Scat and Saj. I believe Saj plays Bayonetta or Peach. Not necessarily, not exactly certain which. But we're gonna be looking into a good set here. Your tag is spelled S-H-A, right? Okay, it's making sure. Saj coming here also from Florida, similar to Soul and Day, all of which are all of Florida actually still living in tournament, to my knowledge, I believe. And so let's look at it. I know Scat's probably going to be holding it down with Mega Man. I am hyped to see this. It's been a great event. So for anyone that's out of state, while this wasn't like the largest tournament by far, like in Georgia, it's definitely a really great tournament. It's a lot of fun. There's a convention going on here too that seems to be growing as well. All right, and so we have Bayonetta versus Mega Man, and I think this is going to be an interesting game. Scat, obviously a part of the MOT crew, same as myself. There's me, Scat, Fatality, Nutricity. Shout out to Nutricity, because I know you're not here right now, but you're here in spirit, my man. I hope you're watching right now if you're awake. I'm actually going to shoot you before the match gets started. I'm about to go ahead and shoot you the stream link, and chat if you weren't watching already. So here we go. Looks like they're striking, getting set here. I'm about to get into game one, Smashville, Bayonetta versus Mega Man. And this is the first Bayonetta I've seen this high in tournament in person yet, so I'm looking to really see what Saj has to offer here with Bayonetta. And he crouches under everything. Under everything. This is gonna be. I can see that this might be a difficult matchup for Scat already. Obviously, he can't do everything from crouching, and there's gonna be other things that he has to do as well. Bayonetta, obviously a new character, so we not entirely certain of everything she can do yet. She's still developing. Scott being a very patient player and just going to take his time and respect Bayonetta. So far we haven't seen any zero deaths. A lot of which can be DI'd out of anyways. So right now we've got definitely a very slower paced match. A lot of just sort of feeling out footsies. Like a lot of time just spent away, seeing what they can do. Scott, I think, trying to figure out what he's gonna have to do to get around Bayonetta's, I guess, crouching under everything he has for the most part, defenses. And back air gonna push Scott off to the Smashville platform. Down tilt. Scott mixed. Oh, and that's gonna. Oh, I thought he was dead there, and dead even game. Oh my goodness. Not a whole lot going on as it's just been very nice tomahawk from Scat there. Because I think we realize now at this point that Saj is shielding a lot of what Mega Man can do, making it really hard. And I think what Scat is going to need to do here in this particular set is he needs the lead and needs to be able to force Bayonetta to approach, no matter how small that lead is, because if the match need go to time, then take it to time. And the fourth though there, Scat keeping Bayonetta off stage. And the up air closing out the first stock, and the crowd goes wild in the back. Alright, we see it, and this is a pretty tense game one, still very close. Mega Man obviously at KO %. Bayonetta has a difficult time killing though. I have not seen Saj use Witch Time once. A lot of players, I feel like, online anyway, oh, good tech from Scat there. That would have been his stock. Very solid tech and presence mind to do that. That move can be teched. And Scat doing a very good job of mixing up his recovery there and just using the Smashville platform fourth. They're going to definitely take out that stock. And 47% are extra credit. Good coverage of the options there. Another up air coming out from Scat. I think he's starting to sort of get the feel of what Saj is doing here. And these tomahawks really starting to get to Saj here. Scat doing really well, and it seems like he starts I don't know if it seems like the animation for a pellet starts, and then he just grabs you right out of it. It's great. That forward smash was looking pretty terrifying. Going forward, they're gonna push him off stage, and here we've got it. Back here gonna close out the first stock or second stock, I should say, and that's a big game one going to Scat. We've got Florida support and Georgia support, but Florida obviously outnumbered here in Georgia. Is it top? You guys are top 8, right? Should be 3. If you guys are in the top 8 spot, it's 3 out of 5.
I think isn't this quarters though? It's 3 out of 5. No way. I don't know. That's quarters. It's Chris.
All top 8 is specified.
Is this quarters or semis?
Trying to get the oops. Trying to get everything situated here as far as. And so now I really want to know what it's 2 out of 3 or 3 out of 5, but I'll just find out. We'll find out as we keep watching the stream here. Alright. And here we go. Going to Battlefield, and which is an interesting choice for I think for game 2 here, seeing as Scat was doing a good job of covering the aerial options from Bayonetta, and was getting up air, close out the first stock obviously, and he was racking up damage again. Ooh, and the dare, trying to go for the spike, the jab combo, racking up some early percent. And Scat doing a great job. Evening it back out extra quick with some answers of his own. Side B, Crash Rocket going to be on Bayonetta there, taking some extra damage. Oh, I don't know what he was going for in that particular scenario, but Bayonetta did not bounce high enough to get caught in the up smash. And right now, using the bullets, just holding the A button to sort of rack up damage from a distance. I don't know if those moves are any more or less laggy. I don't have much Bayonetta knowledge, but something that Scat may want to potentially look into if he knows that he's going to start committing to holding the A button. We got 4 minutes and 53 seconds on the clock. There's no rush. Oh, and that was the first Witch Time I've seen come out this set, and did not get any kind of conversion off of it. I think actually it's probably kind of hard for Bayonetta to get a Witch Time off on Mega Man, since most of his approach options will just be with pellets or guns, which he can do from a range, which will make him safe even if he does Witch Time. Forward though, pushing him off the stage. Very patient play here from Scott, recognizing that he still has so much time. Another Witch Time coming out, and unfortunately another whiff. And down tilt up air, not going to close out the stock. Looks like he tried to drop a solid blade, metal blade on him. Does not get it. Good use of the fair, good spacing there, make it safe. And the Nair coming out now, like this Nair doing a good job of covering Scat's ledge options as he gets up. And the back throw coming out. Mega Man obviously a much heavier character than Bayonetta is. A lot of rolls coming out here, and the back are going to take out the first stock. 163% there for Scat. Everything here at this point is extra credit. He is at KO percent. Another Witch Time. It is another Witch Time. Another one. And we're seeing it a lot more, and there's no real conversion off of it so far. I think he's going to have to... Oh, back air closing out the first stock. 13% here. Not a whole lot of extra credit for Scat's favor here. And the pellet's just doing a good job of just racking up some damage, taking what he can get. Back they're going to push him off stage. Oh, another back air. Good edge guarding there from Scat. Jump and shoot. Oh, dash attack pushing him off stage. Bayonetta getting a punish with a back throw, making it hard for Mega Man to land. Uh-oh. Mega Man's having a hard time. And Scat able to reset back to neutral safely. Oh, and it looked like that. Oh, wow, how did that? I don't even know how that happened, but we take those. And... and the first successful Witch Time. This first successful Witch Time, and that's going to even it out for Saj. 1-1 now, even in the set. All you need is one. All you need is one. And so let's see what we're going to do here on Game 3, it looks like. Starting out the counter pick here. We're going to see Yoshi's Island. What's going on, my man?
Watching from this side.
See it from the streamer or commentator's perspective. They're going to an Omega. I don't know which one. Looks like we're going to Omega FD. Alright, and here we go. Game 3. Scat versus Saj. How bad I am?
No. They're complaining that they can't hear anything. It's super quiet.
It's probably me talking too quiet because I didn't want to distract them. But
Did TJ leave the speakers over here?
Alright, here we go. Anyways, getting into game 3, got a little bit distracted there. Sorry, guys. Back to the game. And right now, Scat taking an earlier lead, a little bit earlier than the previous 2 games. It seemed like a hard time. A lot of Witch Time coming out. I don't think Saj particularly cares, like, you know, whether or not it's safe. He just has to get it the one time. And I saw quite a few Witch Times coming out there. Using the Nair and holding the A button to just rack up bonus damage. That's some smart stuff. Utilizing all of Bayonetta's options. That down tilt, looks like the down tilt and the bullets is going to be racking up some damage, and Scat's going to have to maneuver around that. Oh, good tomahawk coming from Saj, pushing Scat straight off the stage. Scat gonna recover safely. Oh, and we've got combos. We've got mix-ups there. That was some clean stuff there from Saj, getting a little creative with Bayonetta's options and caught him in a little bit of a, you know, I guess a kind of a gimmick you could call it in a scenario. Which timed does not get a confirm off of it. Scat was not put out of the hitbox. That stack pushing him slightly off stage, tries to get the back air, doesn't get it. Forward throw coming out from Saj. We got the trying to edge guard with the neutral B, and that's actually a pretty good option if you guys don't know. That actually that messes with people. And the back throw gonna take Saj off the stage. And a good up smash read there coming out from Scat is gonna close out the first stock. All right, got ourselves a game here. Okay. And Scat, I feel like a bit more aggressive than usual. Oh, and I think that's because he wants him to Witch Time. Oh my goodness! Oh, we got style points. He was already dead from the down there, but he was like, no, I'm gonna send you to the heavens just in case. Good stuff there from Saj. Gonna close it out and start to even out this game. It's not a very massive, deficit between the two in terms of percent. Oh, and not getting a massive combo confirm out of that, but still pretty much evening out the game. Only 5% apart right now in damage. We got up airs, got back airs. We got some more pellets coming out there. And this is pretty much last hit, last stock situation. And he, mixes it up, punches the Witch Time, gets him off stage. Right now, Scat looking for an answer. Good back air, putting him off the stage. One more of those will probably close out the stock from this side. And this is coming down to the wire here. Uh-oh. Backer coming out there. Saj definitely just trying to look to close out the stock as quickly as possible. And doesn't get the up smash rate this time. Gonna get a jab combo there. Not gonna kill at that point. But it's still extra credit. Definitely setting up, like, Scat's definitely at KO percent. Both characters with rage here. You hear the jump and shoot man chants in the back there. Oh, ends. Oh.
Go, Saj! Let's go, Scat!
Yeah, the B, side B. The dash attack pushing him off stage. This is coming down the line. I don't even know what to say at this point. I'm on edge. As I watch this, and he's looking for the witch time there. A witch time will definitely do the job at this point. And they got the. Is gonna be fourth though. And a left jump back here. Good stuff from Scat, and that's gonna close it out. Handshake, and it looks like it was. And that was 2 out of 3. Set going to Scat. That was tense there, my man. That was a good game. Sorry for the. Yeah. So, and that up next we have, looks like we're going to have Scat and player 1 playing. Alright. There's no sound on the stream at all, or what?
The only sound is literally from here.
Oh, from the gamepad?
Yeah.
I don't know about all that then.
There's no speakers, but I think it's fine.
I'm kind of tempted. I want to take like a break. I want to ask him.
You want a break?
I feel you.
Appreciate it.
Sit down here, my man. Actually. Bro, that was a pretty tense game. That was a very tense set. How you feeling?
Like, okay, the entire time, anytime I got above like 60, I was so afraid of which time.
Yeah, game 1 he didn't use witch time at all, which I thought was really interesting. I even brought up, like, he started using it a lot though, and I think because, like, when you're playing Bayonetta, like, I think I would always just be on edge of witch time, like, even if they don't use it often, because you saw how he started doing it a lot more. Even if you weren't even approaching him, he was just throwing out like witch time. Like, I mean, even if like of a pellet, if he shoots a pellet. And if you're close to him and he shoots a pellet, bruh, all right, like. And we have Day, and I'm not.
More so like that entire time he was playing the back air game. And I was just like, wait, I've seen this before because Griffin.
Yeah.
A long time. I'm like, okay, if he does this, what do I normally do? Walk in and power shoot and
Apologize to them. I'm switching the TV.
All right, so sorry guys, we're gonna be switching out the TVs here real quick. So we're gonna be a little bit before we get into our next match. Who I don't know who we've got playing right now. I know we have Day, but I'm not familiar with the other player who's playing. Day and Crazy Q. Where's he from? Is he from Florida as well? Is he?
Oh, actually, you could take my monitor. There's another AC there.
As long as it has audio, that's all.
I was gonna say that. Well, I mean that recording setup over there isn't really being used for anything. It's not recording anything. So I mean, oh, you gonna use yours? That works too. His monitor's bigger anyway. All right. Crazy Cuban versus Day is what we got coming up here. I'm looking forward to this. Day from Florida, a Lucario man. Looks like he knocked out Kamikaze. Alright. And now I get to go on Twitter real fast. Tweet out
Now you gotta keep that smart.
Kings of the South.
I wish we could get the audio.
Where's the outlet for?
Over here.
As we get all that set up. Oh man, yeah. So, yeah, it was terrifying, my man. Like,
It's always terrifying because I'm just like, this is so like,
Yeah.
like I don't know how to get the kill on him.
Yeah.
Because if I do anything else, like I tried back airing,
Right.
trade it with the first hit, and like that's the problem with back airing in neutral. Why it's so
you can trade it. It trades like if someone like if they put out a hitbox or something and like
Yeah.
on the first hit. Oh, I didn't know that actually.
Like, I got it back here because I kind of guessed when he was gonna jump. I'm like, okay, if you jump here and I back here, then you're dead. But then sometimes that'll happen. Like since it's 3 hits, they'll trade with the first hit.
Right.
I got sent flying off stage, and he just kind of went a 2. So he got
Right.
stage control back. I'm like, that's the problem with back air. You have to throw it out.
I feel you.
Other than that, I was like, how else am I gonna get this kill? And I was like, what's the one thing I haven't done this match? Ledge Trump. Because the entire time I just let him get back to the ledge because I know Bayonet is stupid safe. And like one time I tried to go off and edge guard him, but I was like, I can't edge guard Bayonet. It's just not. It's not happening.
You don't.
No, you just kind of let her get back to the ledge. But I was just like,
At best, I feel like my little gimmick with Cloud is like if I have limit, I just run off and cross slash the side. If I know they're gonna jump a second time, I just cross slash the side of the stage.
that is a good thing to do.
Yeah. I might start going for finishing touch off of that, honestly.
Off of
Like when they're trying to recover. Like I do it. A couple people like it only works on for glory though. So that's why I don't do it often. Like I don't run off finishing touch anybody off the stage and bracket. Like if someone gets like if I ever do that to you, that's pretty much like no.
like, I think
That's when I just like I have no faith in you. Like as a player, I'm just like all right, you're done.
I've seen like one time where it's actually decent to do that, and I think it was actually Tweak did it.
Yeah.
Where he got a super. Oh no, Mewtwo King did it. No, it was maybe a Tweak, but
Could've been
either
both.
one of them. They got like a super hard read on Zeus with Samus
Yeah.
tethering. So he saw them tether, and then he just immediately ran off and then just
Yeah.
instant finishing touch while she was just swinging down.
Right.
It covered everything. I'm like, that's actually amazing to use right there. But that's the one case I can see you should run off and finish your touch because it still kills. She's at 40, but it doesn't matter. It's finishing
Yeah.
touch.
Looks like they're getting hype. Day's got his bandana on. You mind taking over here for me for a little bit? Because I want to go grab like another snack or something, dude. What's up? NVD. B6. No, he's in B6. He's in Sweden. Oh man.
What is this?
We're watching. Sorry guys. We're watching 2 tournaments. We're watching B6 while we're at Kings of the South. Anyways, Scat gonna take over here for a second on commentary. I'm about to go get like a snack because my breakfast was a Rice Krispie treat and that's about to be my lunch too. So I'll see you guys later.
Alright. Alright, what's up guys? Scat back on the mic. Can't see the chat right now, but I'll do my best to commentate. So yeah, right now, like you were saying, we're watching V6 for a little bit. Apparently MVD versus what was the Greninja player? What was his name? I Studying. Okay. And I Studying just kept this man for his first stock, and he's already up. But yeah, thanks for tuning in to Kings of the South 2, Unbound, Unvent, Unbroken, by Typer House Games. Shout outs to Chris for running an awesome tournament. Honestly, I don't have any complaints. If you want to come out to the Georgia scene, then feel free to. We have players here. We definitely are a growing scene. We're looking forward to having more new faces and more times to just enjoy ourselves. But yeah, thanks again for tuning in to the stream, guys. Right now, we're just waiting on the next match, which is Day versus I wish I remember this other guy's tag name. Do you know what his tag name is? The guy that's playing.
What's that?
You know the other guy's tag name? The guy that's playing.
Crazy Cuban.
Crazy Cuban. Okay. Oh. Okay. Crazy Cuban and Day. Got it. Okay. Okay, I apologize for that guy. So Day versus Crazy Cuban right now.
And then they will tell you how to switch to the game.
I can just click on it, right? Then it'll. Okay. All right. And first game up on Smashville, we have Day versus Crazy Cuban, Lucario versus Toon Link. Let's see how this game's gonna go. So right off the bat, we have Toon Link playing his usual toss and turn, throw every bomb, throw the kitchen sink, throw the boomerang, throw the arrow, throw everything he can at Lucario. And you know, Lucario, not the character with the best neutral game, but that doesn't really matter too much. As long as he hits about 80 or 90, you're dying at 30. So let's see what Day can do to stay alive to get to that percent, and let's see what Crazy Cuban can do to end that stock. Nice grab by Day. Gonna go ahead and rack up some quick damage off up throw, forward air. And we see the infamous Aura trap right there. So Lucario charging Aura Sphere on the ledge is super scary, at least in my opinion. Simply because it covers nearly everything you can do off the ledge. So you can't jump off, you can't let go of ledge and jump into him. You can't ledge roll either, and because you'll eat an Aura Sphere. It's generally the best thing to do to minimize the damage, but options are limited there. So anyway, Cuban getting his camp game setting up. Bombs, arrows. Okay, nice cross up with the up smash. And just the standard neutral game being played out here. I'm not too sure how Lucario is going to be able to get in on Crazy Cuban. Maybe a counter here and there, but you know, Crazy Cuban stays in the air generally, like most Toon Links do. Just kind of control space from the air with bombs. I'd like to see a couple more Zers on Crazy Cuban's parts too, just to have something quick to keep Lucario out of his face. Oh, nice forward airs by Day. Ooh, okay, we see the charge. This is where it starts to get scary. The clean 69. Now Lucario can play his game. We're going to see an up smash here. That's going to be the first stock off Crazy Cuban. So good stuff today, and taking that first stock. Getting the clean orders for the jump cancel up smash. Alright. And Cuban's kind of just going to set up his game again. But this is a problem now. Since he's a stock down, he has to go in eventually. And, you know, Toon Link not the best character at doing that. He has some options up close that are relatively safe, like Zaire. But at the same time, anything he trades with is just going to benefit Lucario at this point. Oh, my goodness. That could have been it. But a nice forward smash is going to take that first stock. Alright, so this is definitely not out of the game for Cuban yet. Okay, and we see the bombs. Alright, nice dash attack by Day. Okay, good back throw. And now Toon Link can breathe easy for a little bit. He knows that Lucario doesn't really have any options to kill him at this point. But at the same time, he has 3 minutes to kill and 72% to work down. Okay, nice frame trap. Alright, interesting forward air. Interesting down there. Okay, getting damage in where you can. I like it. So pretty unorthodox choices. You know, most Toon Links generally like to get in on you and get the up tilt strings while they can at lower percents, and then, you know, start the camp game up too after a while. But okay, bomb, boomerang. I like it. And we see Day kind of just slipping. I think he's jumping a little too much, and it's starting to get him caught in these bombs and boomerangs that Toon Link are throwing out. Or at least he's committing the Aura Sphere in the air, which, you know, you want to get it charged, but I don't think Toon Link's close to him. But the nice roll read by Day is going to take that first stock. So good stuff today. Taking first game rather cleanly. But yeah, for a second, I felt like Day maybe was charging Aura Sphere in the air a little bit too much. Just leaving himself open to eating the projectiles that Toon Link was throwing out. But nonetheless, good stuff to him. Took out the first game rather solidly. Alright, we have game 2 back on Smashville. Not a bad choice. I'm not sure where Toon Link will actually want to go. Smashville has a decent amount of room. You know what, maybe Town and City I could see be another choice. Just because of the low ceiling and extra room that he has to actually camp. And again, we see Day off to a pretty clean start. But a nice forward smash is going to take that even matchup away. And another forward smash. Alright. Get the damage where you can. And he got a little greedy there, but his boomerang came in to save the day. Oh, he has to be careful here, and that's what I was talking about. If he charges Oversphere the ledge, you can't really do much about it. So generally, the best thing you could do, as far as I know, is just roll and just eat the Oversphere because it won't kill you across the stage. Okay. And I like recatching the bombs. That's something he hasn't been doing much. And just letting it hit Day's shield and then recatching it just puts extra pressure on Day and forces him to guess another time. Okay, nice option. So that's something else you can do. You can just let go of the ledge and fake Lucario out. Is that what's going to do it? No. Bombs. Okay, nice. Just waited for the air dodge after the bomb. Day in an awkward spot. And you got it. You got the nice up smash. That's going to clean out the first stock. Okay, getting the damage where he can. Bomb, jab. And now Day has to go in. And he's taking damage, but it's Lucario, so it's fine, generally speaking. But again, I'd like to see a couple more up tilts from Crazy Cuban up close. I feel as if that's one of Toon Link's few bread and butter moves that's actually safe and is really, really good at damage racking when he needs it. Okay, nice recovery with the Zair. Ooh, that was so scary. Interesting. Okay, so bombs and Overspheres always seem to trade, which is very, very useful in this matchup, in my opinion. You don't have to worry about Lucario's Oversphere trading with any of your other projectiles as long as you keep the bombs out. Okay, and boomerang from nowhere. Ooh, and Day maybe he's facing a little bit too much. Maybe a little too eager to get this kill off. And I don't think he really needs to at this point. I'm pretty sure a clean back here or clean Oversphere will take the first stock. But Crazy Cuban just playing a great game of just bait and punish. And we see Day making the adjustments there, jumping out of the bomb setup instead. What's he going to do here? Alright, and that's going to be the first stock. And Day definitely not out of this yet, especially with Lucario being where he's at in percentage. This is prime percentage for Lucario to not die and to just get the damage in while he can. And Cuban just setting up camp again. Okay. Ooh, that was scary. Okay, he's watching the Oversphere, just getting the bombs out where he can. And Crazy Cuban just making great use of the platform, allowing himself to get room and to not worry about Oversphere. Or being able to set up camp where he can. Oh my goodness, and that was an amazing bomb to forward smash right there. The platform offering a little assistance to Crazy Cuban, giving him that first stock. So yeah, guys, bomb to forward smash is a thing. Now I want to see Dayton go somewhere else because I feel as if that platform kind of just allowed Cuban to set up room or set up his camp game and adjust to whatever playstyle Day had, which is, you know, not too flexible in terms of Lucario considering his neutral game. Are we going to see a switch here? Alright, and we see the switch to FD. Interesting choice, but I like it. Oh, my bad.
Are you updating the score?
I have not. Okay, let me. Thank you. Alright, so game 3 on the FD, guys. I like the choice just because there's no platforms for Crazy Cuban to escape to. And he has to fight Lucario head on, which is probably not something you want to do above 100%. We'll see a nice grab. And good bombs, and he's trading, but this is like, I think the number one thing you have to avoid against Lucario. You do not want to trade with him ever. That's a Lucario winning. Trading with Lucario is almost always terrible, unless your name is Ryu. Okay, so we see the camp game coming out. See a couple more arrows, a couple more bombs. And we see here, this is where that platform was key, because now Crazy Cuban doesn't really have the room to run away and to just pull out his projectiles. And we see Days just making adjustments, making sure he's staying close, making sure he's putting the pressure on where he can. Okay. I like that. Good damage. Okay, nice catch on the landing. And we saw Cuban there. He tried the Zair, but Oversphere just outright destroying that Zair and just hitting Toon Link anyway. Okay. What's he going to do here? Okay, nice forward air to get him off the ledge. and I like that option by Day. It got him stage control back and it did it safely. So as you can see, if you land at a particular angle with Days or with Lucario's extreme speed, then you get relatively little to no lag on landing. And on top of that, you have a hitbox too, so it's very, very hard to punish. Oh my goodness, and a nice catch on that roll by Day. It's going to be the first stock for the Toon Link. Let's see what he's going to do. Now this is where it gets tough again, guys. If you lose that first stock against Lucario, it's just and you know, that applies for most any character in this game, but especially so Lucario given his rage. 85% is a scary percent. That's already a clean 14 from one Aura Sphere. Ooh, okay. Day not air dodging there wisely. Okay, nice back air. Let's see what Cuban's gonna do for the edge guard. Okay, playing it safe with the bombs. But a good grab by Day is gonna get him some more damage. I feel as if Cuban's rolls are getting a little too hasty. A little bit too predictable. And again, we see bombs just kind of destroying Whisper immediately. Oh my goodness, that was an amazing bomb to up air combo by Crazy Cuban. Recognizing that extreme speed had just been executed, and that Day actually had some time, or Day actually had been in a vulnerable position. Alright, see Day kind of just giving him a little bit more room. Granted, that's understandable given Lucario's rather lackluster neutral game. For those of you that don't really know, Lucario's neutral game is kind of mad because no range, generally speaking. None of his attacks are really in the right places at the right time. What I mean by that is that the hitboxes are pretty small and pretty awkward. So his jab, while being okay, is not necessarily something that you want to use against a character like Toon Link, just because of, you know, as you can see, he's just zoning them out, and it's not necessarily something that will be effective in general, just because it does so little damage. I'm not sure about this, but I think it may be unsafe on hit at lower percents. But granted, Day definitely not doing a bad job. Crazy Cuban not doing a bad job himself. Still living. Has only taken 98%. He's brought Lucario all the way back to 61. Let's see how this game's going to close out, folks. Alright, we see projectiles, and I think I know what Day wants here. I'm pretty sure he's looking for a jump from Toon Link, and he's looking for him to pull out a bomb in the air and just catch him on his landing with the Aura Sphere. Don't think it'll quite kill at this percent, but it'll definitely be a great shift in stage positioning for him. Oh no, he's not gonna, no, okay, nice grab. Just get him off stage, get the damage. This is a scary position. What's he gonna do? Okay, I like the jump. Is that gonna be it? No. Okay, and again, Day just never air dodging ever again. That's a mark of a good player, guys. He has not air dodged once since he got hit by that bomb to up smash the first game. Oh my goodness, that was so scary. Is that death? That'll be it. Alright, so good stuff today, taking game 3 over Crazy Cuban, reading the jumping habit off the ledge and capitalizing accordingly. He'll be moving on to the next round, guys. Yo, this is what the box looks like. Click.
You can. That way, if you go to like the store, you can just show them the box.
I'll take a picture here because it's a lot more convenient for me to carry on. I already bought too much stuff from my way down there.
Oh yeah, get this size, the large, extra large.
I think I got that. God, let's just throw this on. It's cold. One sec, let me.
Is there another headset? Is there another headset?
It's only this one. I know.
They have one set.
Yeah, I did. Just took it on FD. Got the solid read on the jump off the ledge. One sec, let me. Okay, I got the XL large and large. I'll keep it. Thanks, man. Alright, so up next on stream, we will have Rango versus Day. And we have first game to Smashville. Alright, so we have Rango representing Georgia as our ranked 4th player, and we have Dave from Florida, very notable Lucario, who, as you just saw, took out Crazy Cuban. Interesting matchup we have here. I'm not sure who's at favor this is in, but just looking at the tools of each character, I could see Mike doing pretty well for himself in this matchup. Just because, you know, the KO power is scary, and the fact that his jab is just more than enough to pretty much handle Lucario in neutral. But we're already off to a good start on Day's part. Getting in the neutral areas, getting in the forward areas, and getting in the grabs where he can. Alright, nice forward air from Rango. It's going to get some damage in. This is the scariest part about Ike. He only needs 2 or 3 hits. He only needs a couple of knocks to the noggin to knock you out. Ooh, is that going to do it? No. I'm seeing input error right there by Rango. It's going to take a little bit of damage for that, but he's not going to die from it. A little bit of a risky forward tilt right there. Okay, good grab. Almost got the forward air. And I'm pretty sure Day has a decent amount of experience considering he plays, you know, one of the best, if not the best, Ike in Rio. But a nice Orsphere to up smash is going to take that first stock from Rango. Let's see what he can do to bring it back. Okay, nice down tilt to jab. Day has to respect that down tilt a little bit more. Okay, good Orsphere. Rango really needs to get off this edge. He's eating way too much damage. Okay, good forward air. Let's jump. That's not going to be it. Day just rolling on immediately, buffering that ledge input. And up throw to forward air is going to take that first stock. So good stuff to Rango, keeping this game relatively even. Okay, nice neutral air to down tilt. It's going to be a clean 18%. And he's got to watch those forward tilts. So he's gotten punished for every single one so far. Good jab. And good dash attacks by Day's part. Now, one thing I think will be really scary later on this matchup is once Day hits the point where Orsphere can clip you off the ledge, Rango may have a bit of a hard time recovering just because he has to side beat to the ledge to stay safe. And I feel as if Orsphere is just going to cover that. It's going to cover him going high. Ooh, gotta watch the Orsphere charged. And we see Day and Rango staying patient, playing safe. Rango just throwing out a couple of neutrals, just seeing what he's going to do to react. Is that going to be it? No, not this early. Okay, nice dash attack. Still not it yet, but one more hit on either side I think will do it. Good dash attack. Is that going to do it? Yes, that's going to do it. And Rango takes first game. Doing a great job of capitalizing on Day's recovery, making sure that Day doesn't get to the stage without taking some type of damage, and just getting the dash attack in where he can. So Rango's skill power is coming in handy. Super well that game. Now let's see what the counter pick will be. I don't know. Yeah, I just heard banning FT from Rango, so I respect that choice. Definitely see why you wouldn't want to go there. And we have the run back to Smashville. Alright. Good patience from Rango. It's going to get that down throw to forward air. Down to forward air. And Rango off to an amazing start this time. Getting in a quick 59%. And now we see, again, Rango just capitalizing on Day being off stage, just making sure he's not getting back to the center of the stage for free. He's always getting damage every single time. And you know, Ike is just going to put out giant hitboxes that are not really going to be able to be punished. And at this percent, it's scary, but again, Ike's always scary. clean back here, I'd imagine, or clean anything from Michael would do it at this point, in my opinion. Okay. Good catch on Dave's part, getting a, oh my god, is that going to kill? No, it's not, but already at 101%. How's Ringo going to get back to the stage? And after looking at the first match, this matchup seems very, very volatile. Okay, I like the grab. I feel like as if in any... Oh, okay, nice catch. And that's what I was talking about before. I think Rango may have a bit of a hard time dealing with the Aura Sphere once Lucario gets enough rage and Aura. But I feel as if this matchup is very, very volatile. Once either character gets off stage, it's relatively easy for either character to rack up damage on each other. So I think just keeping center stage and making sure you're edge guarding your opponent well are going to be the keys to this matchup. And we see Rango at, oh my goodness, a nice forward tilt from Rango. But we see Rango at 43% from just a couple of hits. So again, the game doesn't really start when you fight Lucario until he's about 60-70%. Until then, you can get some free hits here or there. Okay, nice dash attack. What's he gonna do here? Okay, backing up. So yeah, for those of you that don't know, if you still get caught by Lucario's Aura Sphere charge on your shield, you should be able to smash DI out. That's generally the best thing you should do, or shield DI out, excuse me. Okay, nice catch. Alright, nice dash attack. Now Rango's got some work to do, but he's definitely not out of this game yet. Good up throw. What's he gonna do here? If he goes low, I don't think this is gonna close out well. Okay. Managed to get off the ledge, and then there's just gonna beat out that Aura Sphere clean. Let's see what's gonna happen. Okay. Good landing by Day. One more. Is that gonna be it? No. Still good damage. And again, we see that either character, once they're off stage, they just eat 40%. Okay, nice grab from Day. It's gonna happen here. Okay. And I like the recovery from Day. Nice and safe. Just get into the opposite side of the stage and gain your composure. And a great read on Rango's part is gonna seal that second game. He knew that roll was coming. He had the dash attack ready, and he sealed that stock well below 100% before Lucario could get any scarier. So good stuff to Rango. He's moving on to the next round and took that clean over Day. Alright guys, so again, welcome to Kings of the South if you're just now tuning into the stream. We're in Macon, Georgia here at the, I believe, Macon Centerplex. Yeah, we can play. And right now I have to hop up for Mike. I'll see you on the other side, guys. I'll be playing on stream against player 1. Yeah.
Yeah, but for borrowing, it's okay if we use a GameCube adapter. Yeah, man.
Yeah.
I appreciate it, man. Good looks.
Nah, not yet.
Hey, Hunter.
Wait, what happened?
They want you in regular stream, so in that case.
Huh? Rango. Alright. Oops, use headphones. Oh, yeah.
And alright guys, I'm sorry, I just lied. I'm definitely not playing player 1 just yet. Instead, we will be having Neos versus Rango on stream. And I believe this is losers quarters. So these two haven't played in quite a while, if I remember correctly. I think it's maybe been a month and a half or two. So it's probably be an interesting matchup. I'm expecting Rosalina versus Ike. But yeah, give us just a moment. I believe Rango just went to take a breather right now. But yeah, hopefully you guys are enjoying the show. Again, if you're tuning into the stream, welcome to Kings of the South 2 here at the Macon Centerplex in Macon, Georgia. We have plenty of talent here. Had some Florida natives and some Georgia natives coming out to this, as well as a couple of MDVA residents. Well, not MDVA, excuse me, Michigan residents, I believe. Shout outs to Gothams. Hope you have a safe trip home. But yeah, guys, decent sized turnout. We have Chris T-Rex Moore. Alright, I'm sorry about that, guys. We just had announcements for some Girl Scout cookies, $4 a box. But yeah, feel free to come out, enjoy the scene. If you haven't played Smash yet in a tournament, then please, you're missing out. Like, personally, this is just an amazing game, not only because of the game itself, but because of the people in the game, the amount of people that you can meet and relax with and just chill with in and out of the game. But if you want to and okay, we see the precursor. Neo's getting bodied immediately by Computer Ike. But yeah, guys, if you want to come out and enjoy the scene, there's plenty of laughs, plenty of people, and plenty of fun to be had. In the meantime, you can watch Neos get bodied by Computer Ike. I'll be fine with it. Alright, so it's Rango. Alright. I guess, yeah. Alright, so I apologize again, guys. It's gonna be myself and Player One playing on stream. But they will be back, I promise. Alright, see you later, guys.
I need one favor. Teach me how to operate the UI to determine wins and losses.
Alright, so